another Psych 101 experiment and whether it holds true to this day. So here we have an example of the task that Asch conformity study was kind of working with. So basically, a participant was placed with several other Confederates, which is basically actors that were hired by the researcher, and they were shown this line, and then they had to kind of match it and say which one was the same length as this initial line. The answer was meant to be obvious, but then the Confederates would give an incorrect answer. And they wanted to see how frequently, if at all, would the actual participants conform to the majority, even if they knew the answer was wrong. The findings suggest that peer pressure does have a pretty strong influence, so 75% of participants conformed at least once despite knowing the answer was wrong. That kind of number dropped significantly when they were allowed to write down their answers and not show it to other people. On average, people would conform about 32% of the time to what the group stated. And the findings hold true. So this has been replicated across different populations. There are variations based on cultural context. So in cultures where like a collectivist approach is more common, there is slightly higher conformity. And then also things like group size and how unanimous the people voted, that influenced the amount or frequency a person conformed, and then also how difficult the task was. And compared to the other studies in this time, this was actually a fairly ethical study. The only thing they didn't really do do the informed consent. But no long-lasting trauma, unlike Milgram's experiments.